G-Rock Rising, and this time I'm joined by the guys from Zodiac, hardworking guys, and from my left, you're right, we have Joey, but it's very different there. we have Nick, we have John, and we have Joe, the full band, and I want to thank you guys for coming down and spending some time with us. Your website, I have to say, lets you know right off the bat that Zodiac is straightforward rock. I love your logo. I love the fact that you have the skull and crossbones with guitars behind it, because it's pretty much, it sends the message. There you, oh, see, that's perfect.
We're not all about like flowers.
Band dedication. The whole grungy, dirty side of rock that everyone loves so much and makes you think of all those classics out there. So that's pretty much what you guys are in it for, right? I guess, is that the energy at least that you want to make sure that you have in every show?
Yeah, and trying to promote the shows as much as possible, because that's a big part of the band, is really just the live shows.
And it's just a good time for everyone, and
exactly.
People leave really feeling like they were a part of something.
Or they at least leave with a hangover the next day.
That's always a good sign. So aside from the website, well, on the website really is a good place to start, because you have a couple of good shows. We want to make sure we plug as much as possible to get the full experience, because you'll be doing a stripped down, unplugged version for us today. It's a good taste, but it's not the full Zodiac experience. So coming at the end of the month, October 26th, you're playing Arlene's Grocery, big staple in rock in New York City. Have you done? It's a staple sometimes too, depending on who you're playing with. You're playing as part of the October's Rock Asylum, right?
Yeah.
The thing with G-Rocktober going on here. Everyone loves to play with the whole October thing. And then October 27th, the next night, is your first show in Staten Island.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
It'll be good. We have a lot of G-Rock listeners in Staten Island too. So
opening up for a Bon Jovi tribute band. So
that is total Jersey. I wanted to make sure we mentioned that too.
As long as they wear all the 80s clothes, I'm down with it.
There's a few of them in this area too. So I don't know if I've seen. You're opening for Slippery When Wet, right? So
yeah.
I think I saw Bad Medicine back a few years ago. So it's always a good time. And then you're playing November 1st in Clifton at Dingbats, which I know you've played at before too. So that's a little bit more familiar territory. It's always good to have your staple venues to go to. But talking about Zodiac, you're talking about getting into the studio for the new year, right? Like I know it's always a challenge when you're trying to do the music thing and you have day jobs to worry about and then the shows to worry about. It's always a big balancing act, I guess, right?
And we have a really hard time getting what we want out of the studio, because it's a different thing for us. We love to play live. We play a lot of shows. And then to just go sit in a studio and all look at each other and try to play the same things.
It's a little too sterile for us. Like, it kind of like strips down all that like initial like primal energy, and then you go in the studio. It's like, what happened? You're listening to it. It's like, no.
So have you guys ever tried have you been thinking along the lines of taping like a show maybe or something then? Or?
Yeah, we always have like cameras and stuff with us, but we're lazy. we never find people to do it, so they end up just sitting in the car
or something and just like record in the studio and just live crowd.
Right. Just to make it sound like an authentic show. Well, that actually, the idea of always
looking... You didn't hear that from me though.
If you hear it, it's really the real thing. It'll come up with a way to do it. That reminds me of something else that I know I've seen. You have your page. You also have your MySpace page. I saw a blog on there talking about the idea of the call is out there. Zodiac is totally willing to license their songs if you're an independent filmmaker and you need some songs for the soundtrack. You're all about the creative process that way. So it kind of reminds me of what you're saying.
Are we doing that now?
Yes, we're actually in the process of doing that. I can't remember the name of the company offhand, but they're in the editing. They're in the editing process for a film.
Ding.
So it's not just the search. You've actually started the process of making sure that it's another venue for your music, another way to get it out there.
Well, initially they had contacted us and we decided that it sounded like a great idea, so we wanted to put the offer out there for anybody that we're really pretty much doing it for, mutual promotion for us and the film itself too. Right. It's kind of one hand feeding the other.
Right, which is always a good thing, and I think most people in the whole G-Rock Rising community totally understand that idea. Anyway,
anything that could break through in Jersey.
It's a flooded area, it is. I mean, you have the Bon Jovi cover bands to contend with. So. But they can get along peacefully, as you're going to prove in Staten Island on October 27th. So we're going to let you get to your stripped down set in a second, but I guess the big thing then would be, if you want to do this individually, question-wise, what do you think is the most important thing for people to think of when they hear the word Zodiac when talking about your band?
Straight up rock. We're just such a
rock and roll
band. It can't go unnoticed, really. It's just... Everyone else is playing all this emo crap. We're straight up rock, and everyone's just sucked into our vibe, and it's really kind of great. I love it a lot.
Can they beep us?
Well,
So we could like somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's just save the editors in trouble.
Tom
Let's save the
Hartman is a
trouble.
wizard at everything, so we could probably find
So you
out
get
a
like
way.
a little beep
For the
whenever
effect.
we just accidentally say or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
cool.
a George Carlin. George Carlin sketch. Nick, what do you think? You're
It's a lot of effing fun.
it really comes through, and everything that I looked at associated with your band, the music obviously is the biggest component of it, but it does. That's the message that I think.
I mean, like if I think we're having fun, everyone else should have fun. We always have a lot of fun up there. There's nothing that can not make that happen. I don't know. I get a lot of things go with it. You know, like the drinking and hangovers and strippers and all that good stuff that comes along. So it's the
whole rock scene that people really need to think of, John.
Basically, we just want to have an association between us and like a good time, really. That's what we're all about. We try to make sure everybody has fun, and we, of course, have fun. And we're hoping everybody's having fun. Apparently they are, because they keep coming back.
Keep coming back, exactly. And Joe, not Joey.
Oh yeah, I love the when people hear Zodiac, I want them to just think like, wow, that's a great band. Like I don't care what else they think.
that's the best way to put it.
Like I'm like, wow, they're good. Like when they hear us, like I just want to make music that's kind of like undeniable and inspiring, and that's like, if you can make music like that, that's when you've made it. You know?
Best answer right there.
Yours, exactly.
Glad he went last.
We'll leave that on that note, but on a high note, but just to make sure everyone has your information to check out the future shows, maybe ones that we weren't able to cover today, what is the best website for everyone to go
Rock.net.
ZodiacLive.net.
There we go.
That's
They're gonna bleep it.
Yeah.
So say it one more
It's
time.
ZodiacLive.com.
Like,
Or
guys,
zoom in.
I went to beeprock.net.
It's not you guys. What's going on?
And by the way, effinrock.com is a great porn site
Just in case
with
you
like
wanted.
rock chicks with tattoos and stuff.
Which is why it came to mind originally to you. All right, well, we want to thank the guys from Zodiac for coming in. I'm Erin Vogt.
I'd like to thank us.
Seen us on another edition of G-Rock Rising.